Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
In the beginning, God had one law: don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then he gave Moses the 10 Commandments. And now we have municipal, state, and federal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws that might impact you without you knowing it. So listen to Talk Law Radio. Today we're going to be talking about insurance for businesses, commercial insurance. And Emily Wycpalek is here with me. She has a company called GroundupInsure, and she runs her company in a very different way, and she'll explain all of that. But first, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? Tell us as much or as little about your family as you want. And
I am from Corpus Christi, Texas. My parents are both from the Midwest, Nebraska, and my dad got stationed in Killeen, and my mom graduated from UT, and so they just stayed here.
And they loved the beach.
They did love the beach. They still love the beach. So I, born and bred, my mom and dad both taught at Del Mar College.
Okay.
My dad taught hospitality, and my mom taught early childhood development, so you can see where. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I remember when I was a little girl, I would play at her desk because sometimes she would let me grade papers, and I would pretend like I was selling insurance.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you get that idea?
I have no idea because I didn't, other than we've had some insurance things come up, but it's always kind of been important to my family that you be able to cover what you're responsible for, even if it's an accident, because something can happen and you can always be held.
Right.
And they want to be able to take care of the people that they encounter and the things that they're responsible for.
Well, back in those days, I don't remember commercials like the Lizard and Flo and the General. Now our TV time is covered with insurance commercials.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think it's so funny because you'll see these like little snippets like on TikTok and other places where they talk about the big money waster on insurance is having an agent because they're taking the commission. Weren't they doing a Super Bowl commercial?
Right. You got to pay for that commercial too.
Yeah, I think everyone knows who Geico and Flo and everyone is now. So, it'd be nice to see some really good things come out of that. Other than that, so I worked for Farm Bureau Bank for 10 years, and that was sort of my first. Evidently, you're either a banker and become an insurance agent or an insurance agent and become a banker.
Okay,
so it's like this reciprocal relationship. But I joined when all of a sudden banks were selling insurance. And so Farm Bureau decided that they were going to start their own bank and take all their accounts back because they weren't being referred anymore by their bankers. So it was really interesting to come in on that. And I came with FDIC changes, and so it was a lot of fun. And then after I had my babies, decided to go into insurance because I wanted something. I really like that corporate feel, but I wanted to feel like I was doing something really good for people. And insurance is so pure. It's me taking care of you and you taking care of me, and saying that we trust each other enough that we're not going to take advantage of the system, but we'll be there to be indemnified, which is to be made whole.
Right. I love that explanation. I'm not sure anybody would see it that way, though.
I know. I have people tell me all the time, your insurance sounds great. I was like, I know, just wait. But I worked at Nationwide, started part-time in their Titan Auto because they had bought this little company. And then I moved to commercial almost immediately and just I jumped in. And it was so much fun.
Why is it more fun?
It's fun because it's almost like there's a higher level of interest, and it is so wonderful to join in someone's dream, to help them get to where they're going next, and to follow that, and to be I really do think, and you may take offense to this, but I think if you have insurance, if you're making a claim without your own insurance agent, it's like going into court without a lawyer.
Right.
You may know some of the things, but you don't know the words. You don't know the society around it or the people.
Right, and everything that built that industry.
Yeah, and it's so important to have someone who really, really cares about how you're doing. And we throw around these insurance terms, it'll be a tagline and all you'll hear about is workers' comp, or, like it seems seasonally, like one person talks about it and all of a sudden everyone else is talking about it, or they're offer a discount for them and it's the same discount as everyone else. But it's really important to get in there and know how it affects you. How does it affect you? And that's my job, is to be able to speak that language to how it affects you, and be able to take things that are important to you and you're worried about and turn them into something that's covered, so that you know that you're protected where you need to be protected, and things that you don't care about are not a big deal. You're not paying for something that you're not going to use.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Thank you for telling us all of your background. I just realized now you're a business owner selling insurance to businesses. And so tell us about your business.
So this is a project of love. I tried some different things getting to this, because I know I wanted to have my own agency so I could advocate for people. I think that's really important. My sister, right after COVID, when we were finally released and you could go out to dinner,
right?
We went to a restaurant and it had a playground, and the playground was not there. It didn't have enough
wood chips, or
wood chips,
rubber chips,
and there were holes in the stairs. And she had gone down there with her children, and my sister's a foster mom, so she always takes sibling sets, so she's always got like 5 kids with her. And she tripped and broke her ankle in 3 different places. Yep.
Well, thank God nothing happened to the kids.
I know. Well, and they've adopted 2 of them too. So she had 2 that were her babies, and they were upstairs. So when she was healing from this terrible accident where they had to put pins in, and evidently she's allergic to pins, and then she was allergic to the antibiotic that they put in, and she had a bone inflammation. So she actually has a fused bone and just 1 bone now. But what really hit me about this, we were trying to get her ready because she was scared to go to the park with her kids because they would run off. And she couldn't keep up with them. She couldn't go upstairs to tuck them into bed at night. So all these kind of little heartbreak things. And the insurance company tried to settle for $5,000 and go along her merry way.
Right.
And we talked about that. But what it really came down to is we talked about that business owner who trusted their insurance company.
Right.
And they didn't have feet on ground. They didn't have someone there to tell them where they had some gaps in their coverage.
Right.
And that's what I think is so important. You've got to know your place. You got to walk around. You've got to have those big conversations about what's important to be insured. And when they were taking the gurney up, one of the EMTs fell through the stairs and could have gotten hurt. Yeah. But luckily he got. And someone came over, and they were very sweet to us at the restaurant. But someone came over and said, "Oh, don't worry. This happens all the time."
That means
People
they knew
fall
about it
all the time.
They knew about it in advance. That makes it worse. That's like recklessness.
Yeah. And I don't blame the risk person there is that agent. But who knows? They may have gone and did 15 minutes, and did their policy without knowing what they needed to consider endorsement-wise.
Wow, that's such a tragedy. I hope that she's doing better.
She is. Well, and we decided we went to Europe to get her going, and she walked all over Europe and with her cane and kept up with everything. And that was my 50-year-old birthday. So we did a sister's trip. And while we were on there, we decided we wanted to start an agency.
Great.
Yeah. And she was a community educator. And would go out and do different things for the Coastal Bend Wellness Association. And
do you work well together?
Sometimes. Like I said, like right now she has 5 children because she has a sibling set, because she's a foster parent. But I love the fact that we've taken on something that will allow us to take care of our family and work and help people in those.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have you on the show talking about insurance with Emily Wycpalek. I have to look at the name so I can remember how to say it. All of my viewers and listeners, they know I'm terrible with names. So thank you for your patience. Wycpalek.
I'm impressed.
I'll have it memorized by the end of the show, I promise. Well, we're going to have to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about sinners and saints and insurance stories, and also a new law.
Yes.
About cybersecurity, right?
The safe harbor.
There's a safe harbor in Texas law now. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.